All right. I'm here. I'm here. What's up with you? Made man in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. Sorry for the long wait for anybody who been waiting. But you know, man, it's Wednesday night. It's hump day, man. Sometimes it gets hectic in the middle of the week, but it's always a pleasure to be up on here with my peeps on a good old Wednesday night. It's the homie made man, and I just want to talk some boxing with y'all, man. Let me see what I sound like on the audio here, and if everything is sounding good, we gonna get right to it. You know what I mean? Hold on. Good enough for me, man. Good enough for me. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We talking boxing, man. What's going on around the sport? What's going on with the Made mob up in this joint? Brayon Thompson, what's up, man? Salute. Audio Crispy, appreciate you, man. Thank you for letting me know that, man, because I thought I heard a little echo or something, you know what I mean? But I guess not. I guess we Gucci, you know, so it's all good. What's up, man? What's been going on around the sport? Yo, just fresh off watching the Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia final press conference, man. Oh, man. Lewis Coleman, what's up with you? Oh, man. Hey, the boy Errol Spence Jr., he looked like he is super lasered in, man. Super lasered in. Ready to go, man. Just ready to go and ready for Saturday night to get here. It can't get here no faster. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia over there being real humble, real respectful as always. Typical Mikey Garcia. You know what I mean? He's always kind of calm, cool, and collect himself also. But, yo, man, you can cut that tension with a knife that was up in that joint tonight, man. Earl looked a little agitated, though. I wonder what he's so pissed off about. Or am I mistaken that for him just being focused? Which one is it? Is he just focused or is he irritated? Which one? I'm going to tell you one thing. I don't know about y'all. I was getting a little irritated with the lady asking the questions, though, man. Like, some of the questions she was asking to me was a little, I don't know, slanted to the Mikey side of things. And maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm seeing things, hearing things, but saying stuff like, yo, the legends are picking Mikey Garcia and, you know, how do you feel about that? Then she even kind of had to catch herself one time and she was like, well, Mikey feel he's going to dominate you. I mean, not dominate you. Earl just sitting there like, yo, man, Saturday can't come fast enough, man. I'm ready to get it on with this dude. You know what I'm saying? So Slim, both of them dudes look geared up, man. I like what I saw in the press conference. I like what I seen in their eye. We seen no fear. We seen no nerves. I didn't see no nerves. Maybe y'all seen something I didn't see, but I didn't see Mikey looking nervous, and I damn sure didn't see Spence looking nervous, man. So I'm going to tell you right now, it looked like, yo, we got to fight, man. Put your money up, support the sport. Go ahead and buy the pay-per-view, man. We could be possibly witnessing history in the making. By most of our accounts, we sitting up in here like, man, Errol Spence Jr. going to destroy Mikey Garcia. Yo, I'm just saying if, and I say if with 3 Fs, if it goes the other way, you don't want to miss history, man. You truly don't. So if you got something to take care of Saturday, get it out the way, Joe. Get it out the way. So I'm telling y'all, man, you don't want to miss an event like this because these are the type of events you want to catch firsthand and you can say, damn, I witnessed this. You did. I ain't missing it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bear me with me for a half a second here. I just want to share this into my Made Man boxing forum here so everybody can kind of be informed that we are live. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Joe, I'm looking forward to this fight, man. Everybody knows what the statement is, man. Mikey Garcia says he sees something. Everybody says he sees something. Already got the watch party with the father-in-law. I'm telling you, man. Hey, I'm ready to go, Joe. Team Garcia, Aztec Pride says Team Garcia. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm ready to go, man. I'm going to be honest with you. They won me over. Throughout the build-up, throughout the time, it won me over. You know what I mean? And it also helps that I'm a major Dallas Cowboys fan, so that's always a big plus. But they won me over, man. They won me over. Lewis Coleman says Spence looks drained. I ain't see that. You know what I mean? I'm going to be real. Like, he looked more drained to me when he was facing Kell Brook. You know what I mean? I thought when he was facing Brook and they had those final press conferences, Spence was sitting over there just like no energy, low energy, the whole 9. But tonight, from what I seen in him, he didn't seem like he had too much low energy, man. He looked like he actually cut the weight pretty good, and he didn't look like low energy to me. You know what I mean? There was a look that I remember. I never forget when he was facing Kell Brook. That was like the first time I ever thought and saw Errol Spence Jr. looking kind of drained. But nah, tonight I thought he looked pretty good, man. I thought he looked solid, man. You know what I mean? What's up with you, man? You say one of Demonis Media says, what's good, man? Who you got winning? Shit, man, I ain't did my final breakdown of this yet, bro. But I'm gonna tell you, I find it hard. I really find it hard to see ways that Mikey Garcia can win. I have been all day long reviewing a lot of their old fights. You know what I'm saying? I've been looking at a lot of old Mikey Garcia fights. I took in the Robert Easter fight. I took in the Adrian Bronner fight. Then I also been looking at some of Spence fights, and the ones I looked at with Chris Algieri, and I also looked at the Lamont Peterson fight, man. And I wanted to see, you know, what is it that, as if they're recent fights, have they added anything to their game? Is there anything that can be exploited on either man? And I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with y'all, man. I seen issues from either man that if both fighters are at the top of their game, they can honestly take advantage of. That's just what I seen. You know what I mean? Lewis Coleman says, doesn't mean he won't be a dog and dog the shit out of Mikey. Nah, it doesn't mean. I mean, Earl been making this weight for a minute. It ain't, you know, a lot of people say he big for the weight, but according to Errol Spence Jr. tonight at the press conference, he said he planning on coming in the ring at about give or take 160 pounds. And Mikey says he looking to come in the ring, give or take about 150 pounds. Yo, man, those are good weights. 10 pounds off. Those are some pretty solid weights, man. But I've been looking at a lot of their old fights to see if what man can exploit what from either man, right? And I'm gonna tell you something, man. If you go back and watch that Lamont Peterson versus Errol Spence Jr. fight, you know, we all know Errol Spence Jr. dominated Lamont Peterson. That's not up for debate. But dog, the little times that Lamont let his hands go, Slim, he was connecting real flush on Earl. You know what I'm saying? That right hand was going right down the pike on Earl. And I'm guessing that, like a lot of people have already said this, the one thing that Mikey may have taken away from the Lamont Peterson and Errol Spence Jr. fight was the lack of head movement. Earl was feeling awful, man, big time confidence against Lamont Peterson, standing right there in front of him, coming forward, and he was just looking to destroy Lamont Peterson. But I'm gonna tell you, man, there was a lot of when the little punches that Lamont was throwing out there, it was landing on Earl. Now, as for Mikey Garcia, the main thing that I caught from him, I'm gonna tell you something. When you go back and watch him when he fought Adrian Bronner, and when Adrian Bronner towards the second half or towards the end of that fight, when he knew he was down big and he was actually trying to let his hands go a little bit, Slim, Mikey did not like it to the body. Mikey did not like it to the body. There were points in the fight where Adrian Bronner was actually attempting to manhandle Mikey, trying to grab him and push him, and Slim, he was getting him up against the ropes and trying to let them hooks go to the body, and Mikey didn't like it. Mikey didn't like it. Mikey was kind of curling on a couple of them at that. I wonder about that, Slim. I wonder about that, man. Real talk. Real talk. Silver Salamo 2011 says it's not going to be a walk in the park for Earl, but he gets a 12th round stoppage. Oh, you see it going 12? Damn, that's a whole lot of fight right there, bro. That's honestly a longer fight than most people give it. Most people saying 8th or 9th. You know what I mean? Truth be told, I'm around in that area myself. Some say 8th or 9th is going to be an 8th or 9th stoppage. Earl gets hits a lot. Yeah, you know, and that Lamont Peterson, he showed me that. The lack of head movement. And when he comes forward, sometimes he gets so caught up into going into his routine, as far as leading off with that jab and sometimes doubling and even once in a while tripling it up. And then he likes to go downstairs. And when he gets into his routine, it's like he gets so focused into his routine where he gets tapped, but he eats it. He got an iron chin. I got to give it to him, Joe. He got an iron chin, but it's like he gets so caught up in what he's doing that he is so not worried about what his opponent is doing. You know what I mean? And he just sticks with the routine. He sticks with the routine. And during this routine, sometimes he gets touched. You know what I mean? Mainly with the right hand. Lamont was kidding, man. I couldn't understand. I mean, every time I watch that fight, it frustrates the hell out of me, Joe. Because it's like Lamont was standing there with the high guard and I'm like, and then the little times he would just let that right hand go. It was like, bang, let it go, bang. And I'm like, damn, son, you was connecting. Why'd you stop? You know what I mean? Why would you just keep on curling? Maybe them body shots was just eating them alive. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Man, you sound like you from NYC, right? Nah, man, I'm from DC, bro. All day. Born and raised. You know what I'm saying? Hamid 92 says, think that's a part of Spence's style, similar to treat GGG in his prime. He goes to the body and tries too hard to get the stoppage. it's like he gets stuck. I ain't gonna say stuck, but he gets caught in that routine. And this is the reason why a lot of fight fans ask, can he do more if he needs to do more? Because even against Kell Brook, it was similar to the same thing. It was the same routine, round after round after round. Now, don't get me wrong. It wears down his fighters. It wore down Kell Brook. It wore down Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri just didn't have the firepower to keep him off, but it wore down Chris Algieri. It wore down Lamont Peterson, but he didn't technically stop Lamont Peterson. The corner stopped, right? So Lamont was willing to go back out there if Burry Hunter would have sent him back out there. But you know, the thing is, I've noticed Spence did not slow down. You know what I'm saying? 92 AKU, what's up with you? Spence never slows down. And I don't know if because a lot of his opponents that he's faced in the past never gave him a reason to slow down. Like no one stands in the pocket with Errol Spence Jr. No one goes to Errol Spence Jr.'s body. Why y'all coming on in? Hit the like button for me, though. But nobody goes to Errol Spence Jr.'s body. And a lot of us don't see Mikey Garcia being able to do that. You know what I mean? It's gonna be crazy, man. It's just those are the things that I noticed. But he gets touched sticking to that routine, bro. Rare outcome. Brayon Thomas says rare outcome. What if Mikey can convince a draw? If Mikey can convince a draw, which if you feel like that, you better put your money on it because you'll make out good. But if Mikey can convince a draw, I'm gonna tell you something, Joe. It's gonna be some major talk. We got a lot of things to talk about. But Mikey ain't no slouch. No, he looked uncomfortable up there and fed up with the talk. Yeah, he did. He did, Carl Brown. I agree with you 100%, bro. He looked like he was in a position like he just did not want to be there tonight. Like, of course, he gave a lot of the typical answers that we've already heard through the buildup of this, but it's like he was a little irritated. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I see you hear Errol Spence Jr. and trust me, a lot of people don't like this when he's running around and says, you know, if he beats Mikey, he's gonna be #1 pound for pound. And I've heard people saying that, yo, I don't think he's gonna be #1 pound for pound. Errol Spence Jr. should feel that way because he got too much coming against him. Like even tonight, you know, even with this fight, a lot of people saying he is not going to get the biggest credit in the world. Well, he got to give himself credit. All of the legends out here, Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson. I just got finished reading the Teddy Atlas. All of these different people are coming out and they're favoring Mikey Garcia. So Errol Spence Jr. got to give his damn self credit because clearly he still got a lot more convincing to do with a lot of people. I mean, so I guess this is the reason he walking around saying he #1. And hopefully maybe him saying that he #1, which it ain't got to be true, but maybe it entices the other fighters to come and want to step into the ring with him. You know what I mean? Real shit. 92 AKU says, nah, Mikey, just need one plan and only one plan. We're going to get to that what could he do stage. But Mikey, I'm telling y'all, bro, he don't like it to the body, man. He don't like it to the body. Adrian Bronner was touching that body, something nice, man. And towards the second half of that fight. And I was looking at Mikey's body reaction. We all know Mikey's well on record saying he don't like to do sit-ups. So how tough is Mikey really in that midsection? So Mikey already know I ain't standing in the pocket with this dude Earl. I don't think that's going to be part of his game plan anyway. You know what I mean? I don't think Mikey has no intentions on standing right there in front of Errol Spence Jr. And that's another thing. Like Errol Spence, he gets in and gets out when he needs to, but one thing I do like about Earl, and Mikey gonna have a problem with, is that Earl loves to get full extension on his jabs. Means he jabs from distance and use that to get closer to you to work you downstairs. If Mikey gets paused by Errol Spence Jr. jab as he put that jab out there, and then Mikey stops moving, his feet stops, it's going to be boom, 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 all downstairs. You know what I'm saying? That's what Earl likes to do. His jab is, I got to give it to him, Slim. I like his jab so much because of how he throws it. It's a power jab that he throws and puts full extension on. And he gets you to raise that guard up, and then next thing you know, he gone down south. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful technical work. Yarde Boxing Talk says, what's good, bro? What's up with you? Spence loves the body. How effective you think he's going to be going to the body of the shorter Garcia? I'm picking Spence, but that may be an issue, man. Hey, you ain't wrong for picking Spence, bro. He is the favorite. But, yo, that is it. I mean, that's a good question, though, you asking, though, Yarde, because Mikey, what, 3 inches shorter than Errol Spence Jr.? So he gonna have to really go down there. You know what I mean? But if you think about his fights, say with let me think who Earl fought that was short. I think Latte was kind of small. You know what I mean? Brook is not the tallest, but he's not nearly as small as Mikey Garcia. It's gonna be interesting to see if honestly Earl Spence can honestly land them body shots the same on a much shorter fighter. But with he uses his length so well. I'm telling you, man, Mikey gonna have to be moving and stay active for majority of this fight. He gonna have to do a lot of catch and shooting. That's what's gonna be most important. The question is, if Mikey catches and shoots, is those catches and shoots enough to keep Earl honest? I don't know, son. I don't know, bruh. Fool of Sports, what's up with you? He says Mikey irritated Spence. Mikey irritated Spence. Yeah, but Spence don't like all that trash talk, bruh. Like Spence's favorite statement, had that same energy when you see me. I love the fact that he put him on the spot, though. And he was like, look, you be over there with Ellie Seckback, and yeah, man, you be in the gym with your brothers, and you got all this trash to talk, but when you in front of me, you awful respectful. I find that funny, but Mikey a respectful dude. Mikey ain't a natural trash talking type cat. You know what I mean? These two are similar in that aspect. He's not a natural trash talking type dude, man. Carl Brown says Earl Spence Jr. is fed up with the talks and the interviews, and he wants to get in the ring and let his fist do the talking. Hell yeah. I kind of got that too, man. You peep the answers. He even kind of gave a little frown when the lady was asking a question like, Slim, what the fuck? You asking me, man, something stupid like that, man? Look, come on, man. Let's get to Saturday night, man. I'm tired of all of this, man. We did all of this. It's built. It's baked. Let's get it on. Let's get the weigh-in over with, and I'm ready so I can go ahead and rehydrate so I can get in the ring and show this cat was good. But the one thing I know got to be irritating Earl Spence, though, man, more than anything, and I'm going to be real, because it would be irritating anybody in that position, is the fact that when people keep trying to throw this weight thing out there and the fact that he won't get credit maybe and all of this stuff. But hey, look, as we all know, Slim, it was Mikey that wanted this fight. Earl ain't asked for this fight. It's not right to not credit Earl Spence Jr. if he dominates Mikey Garcia. You did. And that's how I look at it. Somebody asked an interesting question earlier. They say, look, if you feel like if Earl shouldn't get no credit, ask yourself this. Would Mikey Garcia have beaten Chris Algieri? And I think most of us out here would say yes. Would Mikey Garcia have possibly even defeated Lamar Peterson? It'd have been an interesting question, but I think at that point in Peterson's career, a lot of people would have said yes. So if that's the case, and these are the two opponents that Earl has beaten, why shouldn't he get credit if he beats Mikey? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. Fred Thomas is, I'll say Foolish Sports says he cannot outbox Spence. Mikey is a good boxer, but not like special effects. It's like, it's going to be, it's, you know, we can speculate all day and all night, man. We don't know how Mikey going to look at this weight class, bro. We don't know what this weight going to do to Mikey. Mikey could come out and be the most superior fighter of all that. But if his body don't allow him to go deep into this fight and still be the same Mikey, he going to have problems. He's not going to be able to run away from Earl Spence for no more than a couple rounds before Earl is going to catch up with him. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. It's going to be interesting to see how this go. Mikey Trunk's going to be high for this fight. Fred Thomas says Mikey Trunk's going to be high for this fight. I think Derrick James need to say something about that. Hey, man, I hope not, man. I hope not, because, hey, that ain't going to stop nothing. And I hope he does bring that up if Mikey come up in that joint with the trunks up to his throat. You know what I mean? We ain't nobody going for that, man. Put them joints where they always be. Put them where they was at against Adrian Bronner. Put them where they was at against Robert Easter Jr. So, you know, I don't know, man. Mikey is a good boxer, though, man. His timing has got to be impeccable, and it's got to be impeccable for 12 rounds. He got a hell of a task in front of him. A hell of a task. And I hate to say this. I do, because I don't like to talk like, but it's the truth. Facts are facts. If Mikey wins, which is a big if, but if he does deserve top 2, top 3 pound for pound. Unfortunately, and it's very unfortunate. If and I don't say this with no malice and none of that shit, but if Earl wins, unfortunately, he won't get it. He won't get it. And that's really fucked up. You know what I mean? But it's the facts. Spence got a top 5 jab in boxing all day. All day. It's so stiff, it's so strong, and it's a power jab. How can Mikey get away from a power jab that he throws from distance? Mikey is a very intelligent fighter. Very intelligent. But, man, you got to get around a power jab. I don't know how many steps forward Mikey is going to take into this fight. I don't see Mikey pushing Spence back. And that's one of the things that I noticed that Spence struggles with too, in my opinion. When I seen Kell Brook push Spence back, that's when Kell had a lot of success. I don't think Mikey can do it. I could be wrong, but I don't see it. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? I don't see it. I don't think he can do it. I don't think he can do it. How many rounds does Mikey last, man? I give it to about like everybody else say, man, 8 or 9, maybe 10, if he's moving. That's how I feel. But I want to be proven wrong because I don't mind witnessing history, but I just don't see anything. Given what Adrian Bronner, how he was, like I said before, connecting to the body of Mikey, and Mikey did not like it. Mikey did not like it. What I see Earl Spence doing to his body is just, and then Mikey's footwork is not the fastest. That's another thing. See, Mikey has always been so gifted because of his boxing mind and his timing. He has been in his punch placement. His punch placement is, he knows when to hold him, and he know when to fall. He know when to throw him, and he know when not to. That is the best thing about Mikey Garcia. But with all of that type of patience against a dude with a locomotive engine like Earl Spence Jr., not to mention the power that we all know it to be true, it's just going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard to see anything for Mikey. Fool of Sports says, Robert Garcia says Spence is basic, but if you only need to be basic, then what's the problem, bro? Spence ain't just basic. Spence don't have basic power. Spence don't have a basic jab. Now, I will say there are some arguments that can be made about his head movement, and he can be counted. And he can be counted. I will say that. If you are strong enough to be able to stand there and catch and shoot, he can be counted. But he is not just a basic fighter, bro. I'm going to tell you right now, Keith Thurman ain't going to stay away from a basic fighter. Sean Porter is not going to stay away from a basic fighter. You know what I'm saying? It's not, no. Bob Arum doesn't want Terrence Crawford to fight just a basic fighter because he know what he got on that other side of the street. That dude is special. Let's give it props, man. Lewis Coleman, Silver Salamos 2011 says Mikey needs to follow Mayweather's blueprint: quick jabs and duck and move. That's gonna be cool. Mikey gonna have to let some right hands go too, though, bruh. He's gonna have to build up points. He's gonna have to build up points. Now, I used to say early in this build up that Mikey can do something that we all don't expect, and that's use Earl Spence Jr.'s force against him. I just don't know if he goes with that game plan of letting Earl Spence Jr. come forward, swing a bunch of punches, trying to make him inaccurate, ducking under a lot of punches, trying to weave a bunch of punches, hoping to wear him down through defense. I just don't know how Earl Spence, I've yet to see him wear down, and I've seen him throw a shitload of punches. You know what I'm saying? And these are all the questions that's going to have to be answered during the fight. So, I mean, I thought that could be an option. Maybe he can weather a lot of that storm for the first half of the fight to get Earl Spence Jr. to slow down a little bit. But shit, man, when he fought Kell Brook, round after round after round after round after round, when he fought Lamont Peterson, round after round after round after round after round, no signs of slowing down. Sure, he wasn't getting hit. Sure, he wasn't getting no body work put on him. But do we think Mikey gonna put the body work on him to slow him down? Let's keep it 100. I don't know, son. Yarde Boxing Talk says, watch Spence versus Brook last night. Brook looked way bigger than Spence, and Spence was pushing him around. I'm worried for Mikey. Shh. Yeah, that's facts. I can't even lie to you, man. That's facts. You know, a lot of us are worried for Mikey, bro. And but see, this is this is what make greatness happen, because none of us, from what I'm seeing from the comments here, from how I'm feeling, a lot of us ain't giving Mikey a shot. Mikey can fuck all of us up and break history, dog, and we need to witness this. Ronnie Boy Fresh in the building. What's up with you? I'm telling you, man. That's crazy to me, man. Law Survivor says, seems more like Spence has to avenge Bronner and Easter's loss to Mikey. Shh. Man, look. Bronner and Easter is not Spence. They his homeboys. They probably chatting every now and again, but this is a whole nother level. This is a whole nother level right here. This is what you call greatness. Those fights wasn't greatness. And the reason that is greatness, because I know a lot of y'all might be like, yo, man, who the hell Earl Spence beat? How you saying that? Why you saying that? The reason that this is greatness is because Mikey is coming up 2 classes to fight literally the boogeyman of the division. That's why it's greatness. He's fighting a dude that everyone's clearly avoiding, at least on his side of the street. Everybody but my main man T-Bud. Ain't that right, Ronnie Boy Fresh? Ain't that right? Everybody but T-Bud. But they all ducking him. So that's what makes this a great fight. And it's Mikey that's like coming up like a shining knight. Like, I'll take on this dude. I'll take on the monster. And that's what makes it great. That's what makes it great. Wonder Monez Media says, hey, oh, he's talking to Yarde Box. He says, I'm not worried for Mikey. He asked for it. Absolutely. Mikey asked for it. Mikey asked for it. Somebody brought it to my attention that, yo, before he asked for Earl, he actually did call out Keith Thurman. I think I do remember that, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. Fred Thomas says, you got to watch Robert Garcia because they shady with those gloves. Example, Marcos Maidana and hand wraps. I hope Derrick James on his game come fight night. Yeah, real shit. Real talk. Can't never trust that. After we're down with Mayweather, with them taking the padding out the gloves and all of that stuff. Yo, Earl better be going and inspecting them gloves heavy. Mikey gonna look for any and every edge he can get. And you know, it's kind of funny how we always, and like a lot of us talking that, even for the people that's taking up for Mikey, let us not forget that it was Robert Garcia and Big G who said that they didn't want Mikey to take this fight. It was his own blood. His own family who know him best. They didn't want Mikey to take this fight at first. Of course, they all in now because they had no choice. But let's not forget, originally, they did not want this fight for Mikey, son. Ronnie Boy Fresh says, what up, Slim? What's up with you? Team Massacre, Spence Jr. via murder, Benavidez via slaughter. Hell yeah. Nuri versus via overkill. Damn. Who Lil Mikey beat? Hey, you going all the way in, Ronnie Boy Fresh. Who Lil Mikey beat? I've been hearing about this debate that's been going on around boxing, because I noticed that a lot of people that insult Earl Spence Jr.'s resume and say, well, who he beat? He ain't beat nobody but a Broken Brook and Lamont Peterson, who was at the end. Well, you better watch that argument, because people going to start to emphasize on Mikey Garcia's resume, and there's a lot to talk about right there. Well, is it there much to talk about? Robert Easter Jr., Adrian Brano, Orlando Salido, who we talking about? Who we talking about? No T-Bud, no Loma. Those would have been legacy making fights. Didn't do them. I mean, there's a lot of there's some serious I don't think they want to have that debate. I think we need to leave resumes out of this and just focus on the fact that Mikey is a 4-division champion. You know what I mean? And on the fact that Earl Spence Jr. is the duck fighter at 147. But if we get into resumes, let's be 100. Neither man got the greatest resume in the world, but we do perceive them as damn good fighters. You know what I mean? That's just keeping it a buck. You know, every time Mikey, Fuller Sports says, every time Mikey throws a jab, Spence throwing hooks. Spence gets stronger in the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and so on. And that's what I'm saying, Fuller. He just keeps coming. He just keep coming. I don't know if Mikey got the firepower to keep that up off him. Even if he moving, even if he catching and shooting, even if he resetting Earl Spence. I don't know if Mikey can sustain that, because the man never stops. He never stops. And the way Spence looking up in that press conference tonight, he looking at Mikey like, cuz I'm not going to stop. You better bring everything you got in the trunk. Any bazookas, any pistols, whatever you got, you better pull them out, because I'm bringing it. I'm bringing tanks to you, son. And I think, and to be honest with you, they're going to fill each other out for the first few rounds, without a doubt. Earl ain't going to take the risk early. He's just going to sit back and see what Mikey coming to do. If he sees Mikey want to play Matador, Earl got no problem with being that bull. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. He just better watch it, though, because he does get touched coming in. He does get touched a lot coming in, because he's, like I said before, he is so focused on what he is doing. He is so focused on getting to that body. He is so focused on doubling, tripling the jab and getting you to move your hands up. That's all he's focusing on. It's like he ain't even worried too much about being hit. No, bro. Oh, no. 92 AKU says, Mikey going to make this fight boring as fuck. Yeah, he going to do a Tyson Fury. Maybe. Mikey saying he going to do whatever he got to do to win. And that's how he may try to do that. Fred Thomas says, yeah, Mikey did ask for the Thurman fight. Yeah, I thought so. So basically, Mikey ain't just on some, you know, it's just because it's Earl Spence. It's because I want the top dog at welterweight. You got to respect that. At the end of the day, say what you may. You got to respect it. I respect the move he making. I think he might would have had a better chance with Thurman, truth be told. But yo, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see, man. Is this the dude that can show us what Earl Spence Jr. is really made of? It's a hard thing to believe. It's hard for any of us to believe it, but we just got to see it, bro. Silver Salomo 2011 says his family at first didn't want it, but Mikey said he is ready. So respect to him all day, all day. El Shanito, what's up with you? What's cracking, man? What's up with you? Appreciate you for riding with me, man. Word of the day says, anybody see the old documentaries? Joe Lewis, Max Smelling one, man. I seen so many of them, bro. Which one in particular you talking about? Ronnie Boy Fresh says, Mighty Mo going to kick the dirt over Lil Mikey if you ever go to 140. See, that's what I be saying about Mikey, man. You know, though I got major respect for Mikey, what he doing with this Spence fight right here. I do. I got major respect for him. But at the end of the day, bro, there was so much smoke at 140. I would have loved to see him mix it up with. It's like he skipped over the division when the division is blazing hot. You know what I mean? Mighty Mo, Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor, all the World Boxing Super Series. I'd have loved to see Mikey in the mix. But as much as, you know, I guess in Mikey's case, he says he couldn't get up for them joints. He said, man, he wanted to do greatness. He wanted his name in the Muhammad Ali you see Roberto Duran at the press conference tonight. He want that level of greatness. And to achieve that level of greatness, especially in a faster time, you got to do exactly what he's doing. Some of us can't understand. A lot of us ain't fighters. A lot of us don't wake up in the morning saying, look, man, and dream of greatness, and dream of having your name remembered for eons because of the work that you put in. And Mikey may just want that. So I can't knock him for it. I just hope he know what he's doing. That's all I'm going to say. Yo, man, word of the day says, not sure if that is the case here with Spence and Garcia. No, man, no. Fred Thomas says March 16th will be known as the day of the Mexican Day Massacre. Damn. The massacre. You know what I'm saying? Hey, telling you, man. Yo, I don't know if I ever seen Spence this mad. Now that I think, I know he was a little pissed off with Brooke. I do remember that. But I don't know if he was like what I seen in the night, man. I just seen I seen that dude pissed off, bro. He been clearly looking at them Ellie setback videos. Man, Spence been watching the hell out of them videos. He already bring that shit up like after every press conference. I see you on Ellie setback. He watching them videos sitting in that joint, hitting the bag in the basement. Boom. Man, put the Ellie setback videos on the full screen. You probably look at that shit for 10 minutes. All right, turn it off and go right back to hitting that heavy bag. Boom, boom, boom. Motivation. Spence pissed. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, yeah, that can be a good thing. And yeah, we see it as ferociousness. But sometimes that can take you off your game. Is this part of Mikey's game plan? We always talk about boxers that leading up to a fight mentally, they lose the game mentally, and it translates into the ring, right? Well, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I ain't saying it is. I'm just asking a question. Do y'all think that this can be part of Mikey's game plan to get Spence this pissed? Spence a calm, cool, collect type cat, man, or is it just me overlooking into it and he's just really focused? Which one is it? Money Boy Fresh says, nope. Spence Jr. going to put the pressure on off the top. So you don't think he's going to fill him out for the first couple of rounds, Ronnie? I think he at least give him a round. I think he sits back. Remember, even with the Carlos Ocampo fight, when he fought Carlos Ocampo, he didn't even immediately jump on Carlos Ocampo. He gave him a round pretty much the whole first round to see exactly what he was going to do or what he was up against. And then when he seen that Carlos Ocampo wasn't trying to bring that noise, boom, boom, and the fight was over. So I don't know. I think he give him I think he at least give him one round to see what Mikey got up his sleeve or what direction it looks like Mikey want to do. If he sees Mikey playing, I think Mikey comes out trying to play the matador. I think Mikey sits back, tries to be patient, maybe a couple catches and shoots, maybe even try to look to reset, try to stop Spence's momentum coming in. And if Mikey sees that he can't stand up to that, then he switches the game plan. One thing I will say is that I do believe that Mikey got a plan B and C. I do think that. And then for as far as Earl, since I've never seen him do a plan B, it remains to be seen. But I do think Mikey's like, if this ain't gonna work, then I'm gonna try this. If that ain't gonna work, then I'm gonna try this. But I think Earl just gonna come in that thing looking to destroy this cat, man. Real shit. Best of boxing talk. What's up with you? What it is, man? We talking some good things tonight, Ronnie Boy Fresh says Lil Mikey made a business decision. High risk, high reward, and the fastest way to a pay-per-view. Good point, Ronnie Boy Fresh. Good point. Very, very good point. Mikey got nothing to lose here, right? Fuck all that. I ain't going like that. If Mikey going in and get destroyed, I'm going. Hey, I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna call it like I see it. I don't like I told y'all earlier in the stream. Like someone asked me, do you think Mikey Garcia can beat Chris Algieri? Yes. Chris Algieri lost to Earl Spence Jr. Do you think Mikey Garcia would have beat Leonard Bundu? Yes. Do you think Mikey Garcia would have even beat that version of Peterson, who actually fought at 140 for a while? I say yes. So in that case, Mikey is technically, he comes up to welterweight. I'm sorry, man. I think so. I think so. That's the Boxing Talk says, I think Mikey goes down to 140 after this fight, but you can't blame Mikey for wanting to be great without taking these chances. Absolutely. 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 I agree 100%. That's why I say I got to respect him. I got no choice but to respect him for doing this, man. Like the lady tonight even asked at the press conference tonight. She said, hey, Mikey could have came up and fought any of them. He could have fought Thurman. He could have fought Porter. He could have fought Danny Garcia, whoever. But like you just said, I don't know if those cats would have been on pay-per-view. They definitely would have had the backing of Jerry Jones. They definitely wouldn't have been fighting in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Earl Spence Jr. honestly is and Earl answered it in that fashion. He's just like, nah, they know who I am. He know who I am. And I'm paraphrasing, but he knows who I am. We just seen Sean Porter's fight, and Sean Porter had like 15 people there. And out of them 15 people, half of them was for Ugas. So, I mean, I guess they know where it is. They know where it is. Best of Boxing Talk says you're right. Plan A, B, and C all day. Fred Thomas says Mikey saw Spence buzz and the way he was selling at the Barclays and at the Star. Mikey saw a bag of money. This is a cash out. I hope this ain't a cash out because it's going to really look funny. I hope not. I remember Mikey did say he wanted to get out early. Didn't he say he wanted to start a police station or something? Don't he think he like a sheriff or something? Sheriff Mikey and shit. Somebody told me he's like a deputy or something. Like, I know he want to be a police. So I don't know if this is his cash out to go and start his own police force or some shit. You know what I mean? Like the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy police force or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's what he want to do, but I hope not, man, because I like somebody earlier said in the chat, if Mikey loses, I would love to see him go down to 140. 140 is smoking hot right now, bro. And on top of that, I don't know if we'll ever get the Vasyl Lomachenko fight. And I don't even know how comfortable Mikey will honestly feel dropping back from 147 to go back to 35. But he's still a champion at 35. So I don't know. Maybe he goes back to 35 and defend his title. Yarde Boxing Talk says Mikey won't slow Spence down by holding. Brooke abandoned his plan to hold. Every time he get up close, Spence banged his body. Something about his stands that give him room to punch to the back. See, Spence plants them feet, man. He plants them feet and he gets that power from his legs and he drives it into your body. He drives it. He even does the same thing on his jab. He comes off that front leg and he puts all that power behind that jab, full extension. And it's hard to deal with. It's hard to deal with. Most of the fighters that fought for Earl Spence Jr., once he gets close on him, start to take steps back. Earl with his longer arms, he plants them feet and he digs and he digs and he digs. And God forbid if you get caught in the ropes. See, Chris Algieri, he ain't got much, but he can move. He can move his feet. And Chris kept getting caught up on the ropes. And every time he got caught up on the ropes, man, he was getting destroyed by Earl Spence Jr. That's the problem. And Earl gets an A+ in cutting the ring off. That's what he do. And that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, this is what baffles my mind about Mikey Garcia. Like, okay, if we don't think Mikey going to stand right there in front of Earl, okay, we know that Mikey doesn't have the fastest footwork. I mean, we just seen Chris Algieri get destroyed by him. So how much can Mikey fight off the back foot that well enough? It's just a lot of questions, bro. This is the reason why a lot of us boxing fans say we are wrecking our brains to see what area that Mikey can honestly win in. It's hard, bro. It's hard. D Toppin says Mikey going to pull a Sugar Ray and try to steal rounds during the last 30 seconds. I don't think it's going to work, though. Not in Dallas. It ain't going to work in Dallas unless the fix is in. It ain't going to work in Dallas, homie. Dallas going to be watching it. Dallas, hey, there's too many people going to be in the building for him to fight in that fashion. I don't think that works in Dallas, in my opinion. But yo, you know, who knows? Maybe he does pull a page out of Sugar Ray. And let me tell you something. A lot of people don't agree with me. I thought Sugar Ray lost that fight. Real shit. I thought Hagler won that fight. Real talk. Best of Boxing Talk says Spence is hot and he a humble guy, but I know he ready. Yeah. I hope he ain't too hot though. I hope he don't go in there and do a Jamel Charlo, if you get me. You know what I mean? So I hope he ain't too hot. I hope he hot, but extremely focused. And I have no reason to say he ain't, because he always coming into the fight focused. Ronnie Boy Fresh says plan A, get on the bicycle. Plan B, hug Spence Jr. Plan C, Robert throwing the damn towel. Hey, all day. Hey, man. That's what a lot of people see that too, man. They see Robert, man, throwing that towel in. Robert better keep that towel in his hands at all times. At all times. You know what I'm saying? Because, shawty, you don't want to see Mikey get damaged up in there, man. You don't want to see Mikey get damaged in there, man. And then Mikey been knocked down by smaller fighters. All of these things come to mind. All of these things come to mind. I mean, look, I'm going to ask y'all, man. Y'all some good boxing folks. Sean Isaac's in the building. What's up with you? Y'all some good boxing folks, man. Tell me, if you had to advise Mikey, I'm going to read y'all comments about this. If you had to advise Mikey Garcia on exactly what to do to beat Errol Spence Jr., what advice would you give him? Because none of us can see it. From what the comments I'm reading, I see none of y'all giving Mikey Garcia the fight. What advice would you give Mikey? To catch and shoot, to constantly move, to counterpunch, to fight one way the first half of the fight and fight another way the second half of the fight? What advice would you give if you were Robert Garcia or if you were Big G? What would you tell Mikey to do? Riddle me that. And I'll be waiting for y'all response. Yo, I just seen that video you was talking about Crawford running up on Spence. Damn, Spence got bullied. Yeah, yo. I tell you right now, Alec Cartier, that's the only cat at welterweight that I can see that really wants smoke with Earl. Porter don't want it. Danny don't want it. Keith don't want it. Nobody don't want it. You know what I mean? So he's the only one. I mean, it is what it is. And that's why you got to honestly give Mikey more respect than when he give him. Algieri was a small 147. That's why he went back down to 140. True, real talk. But Algieri didn't fight Errol Spence Jr. the way he fought Amir Khan. That's for sure. You know what I mean? He stood there with Khan. Remember, he had brought on John David Jackson for that fight, and he thought he was working on his power. Shit, he tried that shit with Spence, man. Spence had him on his bicycle, man, until he beat him into submission. It was crazy. Beat him into submission. Fred Thomas says facts. Police officer. Yeah, Mikey the police officer. Sheriff Mikey. Sheriff Garcia. Mikey gonna get that bag tonight and turn into Sheriff Garcia. It's crazy. It's crazy. Ronnie Boy Fresh. Algieri was a small 147. Oh, that's why I already read that one. The first time Mikey feels that power to the body, he will shit in his cup. You know, yeah. That's the thing. Now, look, man. We all know Spence got the power. Now, we do got to credit Mikey got timing. He could time Spence and do so many things. I don't deny that. But physically, Kell Brook, like somebody said earlier, was bigger than Spence. So he was able to do the counter punching and do the pull counters because he was doing a hell of a lot of pull counter and even back Spence up. I always tell people I thought he even kind of hurt Spence earlier on in that fight when he pushed Spence back up against them ropes. But Kell was a big dude. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't sustain it. Mikey is a small dude and then he ain't the fastest dude. It's timing with Mikey. Man, I'm wrecking my brain, son. I don't know what he can do. Another Rigo versus Loma job. Damn. Is this going to be like another Triple G versus Brook? No. Little Mikey can't beat Peterson. I'm saying that version of Peterson. This version, not the old version of Peterson. I don't think Peterson in his prime. I don't know if Mikey could do it, but I think this version of Peterson, Mikey can probably do some things. I mean, look, man, Peterson is comes from 140 himself. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this version of Peterson, what I seen it in the Errol Spence fight, I don't know, man. I don't know. Ronnie Boy says Sugar Ray was handed a gift because that fight should have been that close, period. Sugar Ray Leonard was on the couch for years. Yeah, man. Sugar Ray Leonard walked away with a gift. You can't win the last few seconds of a round and say you won the fight. Marvin Hagler was pissed off after that, man. But we know who Sugar was at that time. Sugar was the poster boy. He was the poster child. You know what I'm saying? Sugar, man. And remember what Sugar said before he fought Marvin. He sat in that audience and he watched that Marvin Hagler fight and he told his man, I could beat him. I see something. Is that not reminiscent of what Mikey talking? I see something. I seen it in the Peterson fight. And what else fight he said he saw it in? I think he said he seen it in the Brook fight. But he said, I see something. We didn't know what the hell Sugar Ray saw. And we clearly don't know what the hell Mikey see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. If Garcia was getting clipped like his last fights, what do you think Spence will do? And that's what I was saying, JJ Johnson. That's what I was bringing up. I was saying the fact that I remember watching the Adrian Bronner fight. And I remember, though Mikey schooled Bronner, don't get me wrong, he clearly beat Bronner. But when Bronner did have when he started to put his foot on the gas and he actually let his hands go, Bronner was connecting to Mikey Garcia's body like, whoa, hey, I mean, hitting him dead. And Mikey did not like it. Mikey actually started to get a little bullied in a couple rounds towards the end of that fight. And it makes you go, huh? What the hell Earl going to do to him? Shit. And that was Adrian Bronner. You know what I mean? But maybe Mikey had put in a lot of work at that point, but didn't matter, man. That was Bronner. Masai, what's up? He says he has to take a shot from Spence to catch Spence with the straight right down the middle. But Mikey is going man down. Yeah, man. And that's what I know. Earl Spence Jr. is, we all know to beat a good southpaw, what you got to have a hell of a right hand, right? That's what you got to have. And you got to be able to put that thing right down the pipe. But you got to be willing to take what's going to end up coming at you. And my question is, Mikey's power ain't the worst. Don't get me wrong. His knockout ratio is solid. I just don't know if that power going to translate it up to welterweight. But I tell y'all one thing, and this is keeping it 100. If we see Mikey keeping Earl honest earlier on in this fight, we got to fight. Mikey is intelligent enough to know when to throw the right hand. Mikey is intelligent enough to know he's up against a southpaw that he can put the right hand right down the middle. Mikey says he's seen something in the Lamont Peterson fight. What I saw in the Lamont Peterson fight was the fact that Lamont Peterson was laying right hands on Earl when he let his hands go. I just don't know if Mikey can stand that close quarters with Earl and stand. I just don't know if that can happen physically. That's why I keep telling people, man, he can be wanting to do all of these things all he want, but his body may not just allow him to do a lot of these things. You know what I mean? Jamie Peralta in the building. What's up, fam? What's up with you? Yeah, man. Law Survivor says, like Robert told McDonough versus Floyd, fight dirty to win. Mikey better sneak some low blows and move around. Hey, but that ain't Mikey, though, man. Mikey a clean fighter. Mikey is a fundamentally hella timing fighter with decent power at the lower divisions. We got unanswered. See, when you got a smaller fighter coming up in weight, you have unanswered questions because you've never seen him so much as even take a soft touch. So we don't know what that power going to look like. I know he's taking the good 2019 snacks. I know he got the good shit, but I just don't know if that's even the 2019 snacks will keep Spence off him, cuz I just don't know it, man. Mikey, I think it's faster, but Spence may just walk right through him. I think, honestly, Spence got the faster hand speed. I think Mikey has the better timing. I think Mikey has very good punch placement. Like I said, he knows when to throw certain punches. But as for Earl Spence Jr., I believe he has the faster hands. And most importantly, he has the stronger hands. And he has length on his side. But he does walk into some punches. So it's like, it's a hell of a dynamic, man. When I do my final prediction for this fight, let me tell y'all something, man. It's going to be, I'm adding all of this into the prediction. You know what I mean? I'm putting it all into my prediction. It's good to kind of talk to y'all about this because it really makes me think about a lot of things. Jamie Peralta says Mikey went to college while court battles with Aaron, and he became a lawyer. Not only did he become a lawyer, Jamie, he also became a sheriff. He became lawyer sheriff Mikey. You know what I mean? Like that's what he became. So he may have became a lawyer, but he definitely became a sheriff. He got a badge and all that. Remember, he'd be wearing the hat with the badge on the front. Yeah, he's like Sheriff Mikey. But Fred Thomas says Spence jab is going to throw off everything Mikey wants to do. Watch that telephone pole jab. And that's what I'm saying, man. That telephone pole jab ain't to be played with, son. Can Mikey get around that? Or will Mikey be the one that's lured Spence to him? See, Spence is going to come forward. Mikey knows this. Spence ain't trying to take many steps backwards. He is going to come forward. The question is, what will Mikey make him run into? And can Mikey get out of there before Spence has a chance to retaliate? Now, I've been saying building up to this fight, I'd love to see Mikey Garcia do some resetting of Earl Spence Jr. This is where Kell Brook had some success. He was punching over the top of Earl Spence Jr.'s jab, but Mikey's reach ain't long enough to do that. He was poor countering Earl Spence. I don't know if Mikey's physicality will allow him to do that. Can he pull counter? Risk taking 1-2 body shots. I don't know, man. I don't know. Alex Cartier says, man, you're going to do a live stream during the fight or post? Absolutely. All day. We're definitely going live for that fight. You know it. You know it. I ain't missing that fight for nothing. Wani Boy Fresh says, if Lil Mikey get on that bicycle like he did with Salido, he going to get booed. I mean, Mikey ain't tripping off being booed. Mikey just went to W on pay-per-view. That's how he went. But, I mean, look, man. I think Mikey going to have to stay away from Spence a lot of portions of the fight, especially in the second half. We know Earl Spence Jr. gets stronger as the fight go on. He gets more hungrier and hungrier and hungrier. Once he starts tasting the ribs, he wants some more ribs. He gets hungry. And if you start piecing him up, that makes him come forward more. So Mikey can try to stay away all he wants. The ring ain't so big, Slim, and you got extra weight on you. It's going to be something. It's going to be something. Fred Thomas says Spence is faster than Mikey. And that's a fact. Mikey is not that fast. It's just his foot movement when he throws makes him look fast. And his timing. Mikey's, as I said, Mikey is the kind of fighter that honestly can put that punch right there between your guard. Mikey is that kind of fighter that can counter you right on the button. And it ain't because of his speed. It's because of his timing. And we know timing does normally be speed, right? So I'm saying, I mean, I think Mikey's timing is his best attribute. His ability to know when to throw certain punches is his absolute best attribute. Now, he got decent footwork. It ain't the slowest. Don't get me wrong. But what it is that he knows how to take those steps back and let you do what you got to do and get that 1-2 punch in there. And over time, it starts to weigh you down, man. Mikey is a solid fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's a solid fighter. I don't know. I think he bit off a little more than he can chew. I don't know what the hell these legends talking about, man. I don't know. Did these fighters got something against Spence or they just keeping it a buck? They just don't see what a lot of Spence fans see. What's up with Sugar Ray? What's up with Mike Tyson? Why they talking like that? I don't understand them, man. Sean Isaac says, Amir Khan has more chance of beating Crawford. Spence just too big. Amir Khan has a more chance of you saying Amir Khan has a better chance of beating Crawford than Spence? I think not, bro. I can't rock with that one. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Khan going to sleep. I think Khan going to sleep. JJ Johnson says, I wish we could have seen Mikey fight a lower level fighter at welterweight before Spence. I agree. And that would have gave us a better way to judge it and a better measure because we see how he fighting at this weight class. We've never seen him fight at this weight class. We've never seen him fight pretty much this big. Can y'all recall any fights that Mikey came in at 150 something pounds? But then again, when he was fighting at 140, he definitely had to been coming in at about 150. I thought he looked bigger than Bronner, to be honest with you. Bronner, he had Bronner crunching the weight because Bronner couldn't come over the weight because he would have lost all that money every pound that he came over. So Bronner made sure, shit, I got kids, man. I can't be losing this money. So Bronner really crunched his weight down. And honestly, Mikey looked bigger than AB. I thought during that fight, in my opinion, not taller, but just like more bulky, more thicker. You know what I'm saying? Money Boy Fresh says Khan getting slept in 5 rounds, period, all day. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's gonna be download, process, good night, period. That's how your man Crawford beats Amir Khan. Download him, get his timing, process him, sleep him. That's just gonna be it. That's just gonna how it go down. Fred Thomas is Spence going to use distance with the jab and work it to the head and the body. That's his MO. That's what he do. He doubles it, he triples it sometimes, but he never comes in. I say about 75 to 80% of the time when Spence is looking to get there, he always leads off with that jab. It never fails. I don't think there's a fight that I ever seen Errol Spence Jr. get next to his opponent without putting that jab on you first to get you to move your hands or to get you to plant your feet or to just control you, to move you towards the left hand. I've never seen him not use that jab to get to that inside and then beat your body. Oh, man. Mikey, fuck around, don't be the same, man. Oh, no. Spence's, let's see. Oh, Ronnie Boy Fresh says JJ Johnson, little Mikey didn't want that because he would have been exposed. You talking about I'm willing to bet Ronnie talking about Mikey ain't want that T-Bud work. All day. Fred Thomas says Mikey is good with the 1-2 because he kind of hesitates with it in a way, something like Kel broken. You wrong as shit. Mikey is good with the 1-2. Yeah, he is. Mikey, but you know what? Mikey plants his feet a lot too. Because Mikey's the kind of cat where, like I said, he's such a good timing fighter where sometimes is when he's working off the back foot, he stops. He lets you do what you got to do. He catches and shoots very well. And then he just start, boom, putting that jab on you. Boom, boom, backing you up some. Mikey got a good jab himself, man. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. Mikey got a hell of a good jab, man. At least against a lot of lower tier opponents, smaller opponents. Mikey got a hell of a good jab, bro. I got to give it to him. Pandering to his Hispanic fan base. That's all. A lot of these old heads don't like these young black fighters. That's what it is. That's why these veterans and these greats are jumping on Errol Spence, you know, like this. I don't understand why they ain't pushing the young boy. I was really disappointed in Sugar Ray because Sugar Ray actually wanted to sign Errol Spence Jr. Let's not forget, Sugar Ray put it out there. Remember, Errol Spence put it out there. I'm sorry. He was like, man, we wanted to get with you, but you ain't answer the phone. And Sugar Ray was like, damn, I wish I would have answered that phone call. So for Sugar Ray, you know, Errol Spence probably took, I mean, of course, he didn't show that tonight at the press conference, but I'm sure they had to sting him a little bit because I'm sure he looks up to Sugar Ray Leonard. And I'm shocked that Sugar Ray honestly said that. Maybe because Sugar Ray knows what he did in his career. That's why he picking Mikey, because he was the smaller fighter coming up to beat Marvin Hagler. But, yo, Mike Tyson, I don't know what's up with Tyson, man. I would think Tyson would love a fighter like Errol Spence Jr. Ferocious, full of bravado. You know what I'm saying? Getting fighters out of there left and right. I mean, I would honestly think that Mike Tyson would actually like a fighter like Errol Spence Jr. Not pick against him. I don't get it, man. I don't understand what some of these old hating ass dudes be doing sometimes, man. Real talk, man. Be hating, man. Old hating ass legends. Legends, don't get me wrong. Respect, legends, you legend. But you was a hating ass legend. You know what I mean? I don't get it, Mike. Mike be doing some funny shit sometimes, man. Ever since he got caught on camera smoking that big ass J, I don't know what's up with him. JJ Johnson says, I enjoy your stream. I'm a sub. Oh, I appreciate that, bro. Welcome to the fam, man. All day. Fred Thomas says, Bronner did look smaller than Mikey. Plus, AB was 138 at the weigh-in. Yeah, because AB didn't want to come in over that 140 weight, remember? Those financial penalties would have stung him. And that's what I mean, bro. Like, Mikey, man, I think but they probably rehydrated. Mikey looked like he was probably pushing 150 for that fight. So if he coming in at that same weight, that's technically his normal weight. You know what I mean? I don't know. Spence said he's looking to come in about 160 on fight night. That's 10 pounds more. I don't know, Mikey. We'll see, man. But that guy, like I'm telling everybody, all Mikey got to do is win 7 rounds. All he needs is 7. 7 to take him to heaven. You know what I'm saying? But the question is, if he wins 7, can he then survive for another 5? And that's something I just don't know. Ronnie Boy Fresh says, Sugar Ray Leonard is one of the biggest old head haters in the game. And hey, he from the DMV, you know what I mean? Sugar be hating like hell, man. I don't know why Sugar see a lot of these veterans and these legends, they don't want people to surpass them. You know what I'm saying? They don't want people to outdo them. At the end of the day, they still competitors at heart. That's something you can never take out of a fighter. I don't care what his age is. You know what I mean? He could still be 100 years old. Oh, I'd have beat him. He ain't crap. He ain't shit. Remember how Muhammad Ali was, even in the time when he couldn't even fight no more, but he always thought that he could beat the heavyweights of that day. He always thought it. You know what I mean? Because that's a legend, man. A fighter at heart is always going to be a fighter at heart. Ronnie Boy Fresh says Bronner needs to be on the undercards. Nah. If I had my choice to see somebody good on the undercards, it would have been Charlo Harrison. I would have loved to seen Charlo Harrison on the undercards. That would have been good for Texas. Another Texas fighter. I would have liked to seen Charlo Harrison on the undercards. That would have been something good. You know what I mean? That would have been something real good. They hating. Yeah, they hating, man. Is Tank really boxing that tension kid? I hope not. I hope not. I don't think he is, man. I just did a video about that the other day, man, talking about Tank Davis and his options. You know, because we know that the zone trying to bring him over there. What they trying to do? We heard Eddie Hearn sometimes say that he wanted to do a one-off fight with him and Tevin Farmer, and I don't believe Eddie. You know, and I told y'all in the video why I didn't believe Eddie, mainly because Eddie just said it just a short while ago how he wanted Tank to be fighting 3 or 4 times a year and how he wanted to co-promote Tank. So he went from that position to we can just do a one-off fight. Come on, there'll be a rematch in that. And who knows what kind of options he'll have on Tank. And there's a reason that Mayweather doesn't want him to go over to the zone. He said he was trying to give him, what, $5 million for that fight? No. I don't know. Fight night, Spence weighs in about 164. Yeah, well, Spence said he said tonight that he was looking to aim at about 160. About 160. Yeah, man. So that'll be a good weight for him, Joe. A good weight for him, I think. Not too big, not too bulky, because you know Earl don't want to slow down either. Earl want to be just good enough weight so he can just sustain his high pressure, or should I say his activity level, for at least 10 of these 12 rounds. If he do that, man, it's gonna be a long night for Mikey Garcia. Real talk. Hey, look, man, let me just kind of squeeze this in here real quick. Y'all hear the news of they're gonna do Anthony Yarde. The WBO is ordering Anthony Yarde versus Sergey Kovalev. Yo, what's up with that? Is Yarde ready? Is Anthony Yarde ready? We've been asking for Yarde to step it up. Well, guess what? He got no choice at this point. WBO is ordering this fight, and they got 30 days to make the fight. Of course, it's going to purse bid. We know what it is. Shouldn't be no politics impeding this fight. Given Frank Warren's relationship with ESPN, Kovalev fighting on ESPN, it's all good. This is Anthony Yarde's time to shine. This is his time to shine. This can be the beginning of the career for Anthony Yarde on the elite level if he can get Sergey Kovalev up out of there. He's going to be tested to the extreme. I think he's catching Kovalev at a good time, though. I know Kovalev just came back and got his win over Alvarez, and he kind of like really beat Alvarez. Like Alvarez ain't even let his hands go. But Joe, this is the right time. He's just a fight or so away from a loss. I'm looking forward to this, man. This can be the beginning of the Anthony Yarde saga right here, man. Because yo, I was just telling people, man, like Yarde is getting bored with fighting these no-name scrubs. You know what I mean? And I don't know how happy that, because I haven't heard Frank Warren give any statements about this. And I know Frank Warren was probably even looking to milk him a little more, maybe bring him on a little more. But at the end of the day, bro, like the WBO is calling, and they trying to make this happen. It's going to be good, man. I'm looking forward to this, man. This really going to show us exactly if Anthony Yarde is, is who we say he is. Now I understand his background and he ain't have the amateur career and all this other stuff. But yo, I get it. But to me, I don't think he was progressing by keep fighting the skippity bum chitlin circuit of the division. They had to step him up, man. It's time. He's getting rid of these dudes too damn easy. Fight after fight after fight. We tired of seeing that now. It's time to step him up, son. It's time to, it's ESPN fight, so it's easy to make. No politics. It can go down. I'm gonna tell you like this: would Sergey Kovalev get dethroned by the young boy? Hey, don't give him. Hey, it can happen. Sergey Kovalev mess around and get dethroned by the young boy, and if Sergey loses to this dude, it's bye-bye. The new crop is in town now. He's in town. Bivou's in town. No, we'll see how this go, man. Y'all, it's this time, bro. Law Survivor says y'all was getting hit more from the last bum he fought. Kovalev would be an interesting fight, and that's what I was saying. The last dude he fought, man, that's what I'm saying. I think he's getting tired. I think he's getting bored. What did he do? He got rid of him in 5. He's getting tired, man. He's getting tired of fighting these kind of dudes. I mean, listening to Yarde talk, he welcomed him to Kovalev fight, but he was also well on record saying that, look, as long as they keep wanting me to fight this, if they feel as though this is the pace they want to move me at, he was totally on board with it. But I don't think Yarde backs down from this, man. This is his moment, bro. This is his time to shine. How many fights y'all got now? Y'all got a nice little amount of fights, man. It's going to be good, man. His power looking good is getting better. His defense can definitely use some polishing. And then he's going to have to tighten that up for Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev he looked pretty good in this last fight. He looked like his stamina came back pretty good in the last fight, something he's been criticized heavily for. You know what I mean? They say he cut the vodka bottle back a little bit. I don't know. Now, I don't know if Elian Alvarez lost that fight because he just came in and didn't do anything, or Sergey Kovalev actually won the fight by being so good. But the fact is he won. And he won damn near in a one-sided fashion. So I don't know, man. But this is the time, man. This is the time. Fred Thomas says Yarde's too skilled for Kovalev. I think Yarde stops him in 10 all day. I am rooting for Yarde, man. I'm rooting for him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to see Yarde on that scene because I think he's if he can get through this test in Sergey Kovalev, he's a possible star in the making. He is getting. I like how he fights. He puts his foot on the gas. He does get, like I say, he does get touched a lot, especially when he thinks he can take advantage of his opponents. He does get touched. In his last fight, he did get touched a lot. But yo, man, I think if he's pushed, I want to see what he really made of. I really want to see it. Cove can box his ass off, though. Cove can box when he listens. When he listens, you know what I'm saying? If he don't take the win and let it go to his head, if he don't take the win and don't want to listen to his corner, if he want to take the win and actually learn. If Kovalev is in the learning and he's listening, yeah, Cove can box. But if he coming in there with this bravado bullshit, like we've known him to do in the past, like I got it. Hey, but let me ask this question though, and I don't know because I ain't been following no more. But is Kovalev still dealing with that court case? The junk when he was like hiding in the bushes, you know what I'm saying? He followed the lady to his home and he kicked the dog, smacked the cat, spit it in the fish tank, try to get some up off the model girl. And I wonder how that played out. Is he still fighting that? And she said she came out on her porch the next day and Kovalev was in the bushes with the chipmunks and shit. Like, I don't know how that played out. So I hope that doesn't impede the fight. You know what I mean? I hope it doesn't. You know, the WBO ordered this fight, but then Kovalev has to go to court for hiding in the bushes and assaulting this woman. Oh, crazy ass Kovalev, man. You leave that vodka alone, man. Y'all can punch like a mug. Yeah, y'all can punch. Y'all got some good pop in his power. I mean, good pop in his punches. I like Yarde, man. And he's the kind of kid that Frank Warren can actually promote very well here in America because he got swizzag. He got swag, and he got the look. He got it all. He built like a bruiser, decent style. He's stopping his opponents, getting through the bum chitlin circuit of the division. Doing a lot of good things. Talks good, talks well. You know what I mean? Seem to be kind of disciplined guy. Never misses weight. Never comes even close to missing weight. Always coming in pretty decent condition. I just think his defense is not stellar. I just don't know if it's ready for the level of a Kovalev. We'll see though. I'm sure Ronnie Boy Fresh says, I'm sure they're gonna settle that. I hope so. I hope so. You need to step out the bushes, man. Fred Thomas says this is boxing. People get touched, but y'all got that shoulder roll style. He does. I like how he be doing that shit too. He do. And he got a hell of a nice man. He got a nice jab, bro. I like Yarde's jab. He puts a lot on that. He controls them opponents with that jab. Like he do a damn good job, bro. I don't know, man. This new crop of a light heavyweight, man, between him and Bivol, I like what I see, but I before I just give too many props to Yarde, this is the fight that's gonna make me really jump on the Yarde train. This is the fight right here. He has to get through Sergey Kovalev. He has to. And I know, yeah, he gonna get touched. I get it, especially the way he fights, and especially at the division he fights in. But he ain't even got through like the Isaac Chalimbas and the Sullivan Bavaras of the world yet. You know what I'm saying? He going straight to the top with Kovalev. So, you know, at least in Bivol's case, you know, Bivol got a chance to go through all of those type fighters before he seen such as like a Kovalev. You know what I mean? And we thought we were going to get that fight. 175 is a killer all day. How old is y'all? He's still in his 20s, man. Young boy. What is he like, 25, 26? Y'all still young boy, man. He ain't old by far. He got a long career ahead of him. Oh, 27. Okay, he's 27. That's a good age, man. This is about the prime years, right? This is about the years for the prime. So this is actually a good age for him, but we know his amateur career is not as deep as most fighters. So, you know, that's why they were kind of bringing him along so slow. But yo, man, I think this is the one. It's now or never. It's now or never. And sometimes it just plays out that way. You know, WBO, I'm shocked that they made this call, to be honest with you, because we know the WBO sometimes they take forever to order fights with their champions. But they, you know, y'all worked his way up into this position. And you know, we wasn't sure if another eliminator was gonna come. Yarde is also a gym rat. Yeah, every time I see him, he in the gym. Every video I see of him online, bro, he's in the gym. He's always working. You know what I mean? He keeping his profile high. But I like his style, man. I like how he fights, man. I just want to see the defense tightened up. But hey, there ain't no perfect fight out here. And he's still young. And he's honestly still learning. This fight right here is going to be a hell of a test, a hell of a measure. It's gonna be interesting, bro. I think Sergey Kovalev accept this fight with the quickness. He love to take this fight. He ain't got no choice at this point. It's ordered. It's not like it's of negotiation. It's ordered. So we'll see, man. Shout out to the WBO, man. I like how they did this situation. The only situation I'm mad at the WBO about it right now is the Demetrius Andrade and Gennady Golovkin situation. I wish they could have done more in that, but I guess we got to be realistic, right? Given that Gennady Golovkin is coming off a loss, they can't just automatically make him the mandatory in the WBO. But I wish they would have set him up with an eliminator match. Mad as hell about this Triple G news, man. We heard about this thing, man. He fighting this guy. He forgot his name already, man. Zermac. Oh, I forget his name. I did a video about it. Y'all can go check it out. But yo, man, damn. Demetrius Andrade, they're talking about going to be facing the winner of Gabriel Rosado versus Selecki. To be honest with you, if we get a Selecki versus Demetrius Andrade looking to come back in June, the same month that Gennady Golovkin is coming back, which that just makes it even worse. But I guess it's a good stay busy fight, given everybody else is busy. Triple G gimmick. Don't want that fight. Yeah, man. I'm really just, man. Hey, bruh. Like, what the hell is Triple G thinking, man? Like, this is you messing up a hell of an opportunity right here, bruh. You could have, man, went in there after Demetrius Andrade, try to got that WBO up off him. Everybody like, man, nah, man, he shouldn't do that. Well, what are you tripping if you say that, man? Get the WBO title. And then if you want to face Canelo Alvarez, y'all go for total undisputed at middleweight. What the fuck, man? Oh, I can't believe he messed the whole point. All because he trying to take the easy road. Oh, nah, I'm going to take the easy road and fight this dude. He won't even face Jamal Charlo. The WBC ordered that fight. No, like, that's what, and you see, look, man, to all of those people out there who be trying to come in the video, be talking about some, nah, man, what this Charlo done? Charlo ain't deserved that. Charlo ain't deserved this. Dog, regardless how you feel about Jamal Charlo is the WBC mandatory. Okay? No matter how you feel about it. That's the facts. That's just the situation. That's the situation at hand. He is the WBC mandatory. He deserves his shot. How long did he sit and allow him and Canelo to handle their business? And I'm going to tell you like this, like I told you in the video. I'm going to say this. If the WBC, if they try to make Canelo and Triple G in the fall of this year, Triple G better have a belt. And I don't see how that's happening. And that's the only way that Canelo can get out of this mandatory situation, man. I don't see it no other way. Because, yeah, unifications trumps mandatories. He already got the voluntary to go up and face Rocky Fielding. So what's next? If he beats, and that's if he beats Daniel Jacobs, in order for him to pivot to the Gennady Golovkin fight, he will have to vacate that WBC. The WBC ain't going to have no kind of credibility to say, oh, well, you know, we're going to sit back and let you face the silver champion, and we're going to let Canelo go and face Triple G. Especially if Triple G ain't got no belt. So what you going to say? This cat he talking about fighting. This ain't for the WBA champion, the regular championship. Rob Brand over on ESPN. He just signed with DAZN. Oh, or maybe he's trying to push up on that WBA regular, because now that I think about it, the WBA regular actually has a mandatory. The WBA super doesn't have a mandatory. Man, this shit is crap, man. That's the easy road, bruh. You got Andrade right there. You rated #1. You don't want to face him. You got Charlo over there. The WBC says if you beat Charlo, you become the mandatory. Easy route to Canelo. But no, that's not the, well, those are routes to Canelo. But no, you want to take the easy route to Canelo. Man, this shit is crazy, bruh. I can't, man. You know, Triple G killing me, man. He killing me, dog. Like, I don't understand it, man. I don't get it, bro. I truly don't, man. I truly don't. Canelo wants to be undisputed before the year's out. Hey, well, guess what? That's the one thing that will save Canelo. If Canelo beats Daniel Jacobs, he will have to take the Andre fight, or else he will have to face his WBC Mando. He will have to take it, unless he's going to vacate the belt, and then that just, hurts the opportunity for us to see a middleweight undisputed champion. Other than that, he will have to face Jamal Charlo. But other than that, I'm sure Demetrius Andrade to take that fight, man, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. So if he beats Daniel Jacobs, say in May, then he turns around and faces Demetrius Andrade in September, which for all the belts. See, people can in that situation, you ain't even got to know who Andrade is. You just got to know that Canelo is going for total undisputed middleweight champion. It's either got to happen that way, or he's got to go and fight Jamal Charlo, one or the other. It's got to happen either way. So, but Triple G, sit your ass down, put some work in. If you ain't putting no work in, then you don't get no. You just don't automatically get no shot. It don't work like that, man. Don't work like that, bro. You lost. Shit. Maloney is 76. What's up with you? The business of boxing is very interesting. Couldn't agree with you. Triple Gimmick is fighting the WBC number 2, though. Yeah, he fighting the WBC number 2, but how much sense does that make when he's already ordered to face the WBC interim champion? That don't make sense. And don't give me that, he was inactive and he need a soft touch shit. Don't give me that either, man. I ain't buying that, bruh. He been out of the ring if he come back in June for 9 months. Canelo fought him after being out for a year. So what we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I'm not making no excuse for Gennady Golovkin. I've made excuse for Gennady Golovkin for years. Y'all have heard me up here defending the Gennady Golovkin to the end. When he was going through the war thing, when he went through all of that, you know what I mean? When he vacated his IBF title, even during that time when Billy Joe Saunders was like, well, guess what? You know what? You could just face me for the WBO. Why you waiting on Canelo? He ain't want to do that. So, dog, I'm not going to keep making excuses for this dude because he want to payday with Canelo. Now you lost. You might be a little salty about it because you lost, and you lost to a cat who was off the Clint Beautiful and all that. You mad he was doing all that on you, but at the end of the day, you shouldn't have never took the fight, man. If you felt that way, you shouldn't have never took the fight. You should have went on to Fort Billy Joe Saunders. But you want to keep chasing after Canelo, and now you think you just entitled to a Canelo fight after you lost. Hell nah. I want to see an undisputed middleweight champion. Malonia 76 says if Earl beat Mikey, he should call out Canelo. Canelo will pick Spence over G and lose in a bomb burner. Yeah, I don't know if that's with the DAZN thing, man. I don't know if the polish shit would allow it. You know what I mean? Then I don't know. I mean, they had to go up there to catch weight, bro. I want to see Earl finish doing what he got to do with Thurman, Porter, and Danny, or Crawford. I want him to finish doing what he need to do at welterweight. Earl has a whole legacy waiting for him right there at welterweight, and he can just stay right there, put the work in, and do it. And if he can lure these cats in the ring with him, he can stay right there and build his legacy just fine. You know what I mean? It's Mikey that came up here and did this. Mikey gave Earl something to do. Thank goodness, because Porter wasn't trying to do it. Thank goodness for Mikey. Truth be told, other than that, we would have been seeing Earl Spence fight some bum over at the IBF that we probably never heard of before. You know what I mean? So thank goodness for Mikey for doing this shit. Real shit. You think Canelo was serious about moving up to fight Kovalev? Yeah, I think he is. I mean, I ain't got no reason to doubt him. I ain't got no reason to doubt him. I mean, we seen him go up to 68. I don't deny he went up. He also went above the 160 class to face Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. It was a bum fight, but he did it. I truly, I used to doubt Canelo a lot, man. I think Canelo was, and I still got my criticisms of Canelo with his Canelo weights, but Canelo ain't never really ducked nobody. And then the man is if every time he said he wanted to fight somebody, he actually did it. I was shocked when he fought Lord as fast as he did, truth be told. I was shocked he fought Lord. I got to give it to him. So he's always, if he said he was going to fight somebody, he always did it. You know what I mean? And he said we didn't think how he was going to fight Triple G that fast. He did it. Not once, but twice. You know what I mean? So I ain't got no reason to doubt him, bro. You know what I mean? I ain't got no reason to doubt him. Ronnie Boy Fresh says the WBC franchise means they not going to order that. WB franchise means they not going to order that Charlo fight, period. Yeah, but see, that's the whole deal. Like WBC been stepping all over themselves, man. You know, like 1 minute he's Canelo's mandatory. The next minute he ordered to face Gennady Golovkin. They're going to let Canelo go face involuntary. You know what I mean? Like, he's been waiting. They can't just, it's pretty soon, if they keep on messing him over, Charlo going to mess around and have a lawsuit on his hands. That's keeping it a buck. But the only way that Charlo can't do nothing is whenever Canelo Alvarez is in another title fight. Given that he's facing Daniel Jacobs, ain't nothing that Charlo can do. Given that if he goes and faces Demetrius Andrade, ain't nothing that Charlo can do. But if he chooses to pivot to Gennady Golovkin in the fall, Charlo can raise his hand and say, hold up. Gennady Golovkin don't got a belt. That's not a unification fight. Why ain't I getting a shot? Unless they try to hit him with the Dominique Brazil move. Or you're going to have to do another eliminator type shit. You know what I mean? They may, who knows? What if Yarde beats Kovalev? Will Canelo fight Yarde? Wow, good point. No. Well, Yarde is over there with Frank Warren, so that'll be a hard fight for them to make. Possible though. Yarde, I mean, I don't know. I don't see Frank Warren not wanting to make that fight. I mean, Canelo is the cash cow, right? No, that's a part. If he's willing to go up to that weight class, why not face Yarde? I think Chris Eubank want that fight too, though. Absolutely never fight Yarde. Yeah, it'd be a hard fight to make, but I just don't think Frank Warren to turn that down. I just don't see it. I don't know if Yarde's name is big enough yet either. I don't know what Canelo gets from that fight. Well, I don't know. Well, you talking about if he beats Kovalev, so that may change things. I don't know. You might got a point. If he beats Kovalev, his name is going to rise with a bullet. More than just us hardcores over here going to know it. Yarde might be going to cruiserweight in a year. It's wide open for Yarde. I think Yarde need to stay at 75. I hope Yarde don't leave 75 before him and Bivol can maybe even shake it up. That'd be a hell of a fight. That would be a hell of a fight. But we got to see what we can't just. I mean, I'm willing to take it slow with Yarde. I got to see what he do with Kovalev first. I got to see how he does with Kovalev before I can even mention him in there with the Bivols and all. This is his step-up fight. This is the one. This is the one that really gives us exactly what we should think about Yarde. Can we be realistic about Anthony Yarde? We got to see what he does with Kovalev. Kovalev is the measure. If Kovalev goes in there and dusts him, well, Yarde ain't. All of this talk we talking is for nothing. So we got to see this, man. We got to see this. So it is what it is. But so, yo, man, I'm going to get back up on here one more time before the weekend, before Saturday. Maybe, who knows, maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. And we will do one last Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia. We're going to, at this point, I will make a full-fledged prediction. I will give full, though we talked it up a lot in this stream tonight, I would also give a whole just straight breakdown on how I really believe the fight is going to go from 1 to rounds 12. And I'm going to break it all the way down. And, you know, this is fight week, man. And we're going to see how it goes. Not to mention, we got Tevin Farmer fighting this week too, man. Who knows? We may cover that fight as well. But this is it, man. Don't miss this fight. We just may witness greatness. And you don't want to miss it. I ain't missing it for nothing. You hear me? Mikey Garcia says he sees something in Errol Spence Jr. And for everybody, for the next time, before the next time y'all get up on this stream, do me one favor. Do me one favor. Last of a dime breed, what's up with you? Yeah, man, I'm about to wrap it up, homie. Just go ahead and catch it on the playback, though, son. And I'll catch you on the next one. But just do me this one favor, man. Before we get up here on the next stream, go back and watch, because we're going to talk this up again. Go back and watch Lamont Peterson versus Errol Spence Jr. For those who haven't watched that fight in a while. And let me know what y'all seen from Lamont Peterson. Also, go back and watch Adrian Bronner versus Mikey Garcia. And watch how Adrian Bronner finishes off that fight and what he was doing to Mikey towards the end. I'm telling y'all, bruh. I seen some things. We will talk about it. And I will see y'all on the next stream. I appreciate everybody for rocking with me. For those who do not know, I'm live now every Wednesday, every Sunday. Every Wednesday, every Sunday. I will be up here, Main Man Boxing Forum. And also the offer still stands to any of the subscribers, any of the homies out there that ever want to get up on this platform. Let me know. If you have a Gmail account, I'll get you up on this platform. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can always rock out with the homie at any given time. So anytime y'all want to rock on with me, you know what I'm saying? The platform is always open to my loyal supporters, man. Much love to each and every one of y'all. It's hump day. Get y'all ass to sleep, man. Y'all know y'all gotta get up for work in the morning, man. You know what I'm saying? And yo, I'll talk to y'all one more time before we do the Earl Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia fight Saturday. Probably tomorrow night. Maybe even be on the lookout for a late night stream too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody. I appreciate everybody who rocked with me last of a dime breed. Appreciate you coming through. Hit the like button on your way out, people. Ronnie Boy Fresh. Much love to your homie. Lost Survivor. Appreciate you slide through, man, all day. You know what I'm saying? Who else I had up in here tonight with me? Fred Thomas. I appreciate you, man, all day, man. Everybody who came rocking with me tonight. Everybody. It's nothing but love. Sean Isaacs. Appreciate you slide through. Alex Cartier. Jamie Peralta, my main man. Yes, sir. I appreciate everybody. Messiah. What's up with you, man? Everybody. I appreciate all the love that y'all show me, man. And yo, stay on the lookout for the videos that's coming. I'll see y'all back up on here, preferably tomorrow night, maybe even Friday. To the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Main man, made man. Peace out.